So the New York Knicks are 1-1 so far in the NBA season, and they've really impressed me so far. I mean, going to overtime against the number 2 seeded last season Memphis Grizzlies and barely losing is definitely a good sign. I know they really wanted to get that W, but hey, it's all good. I mean, their guys, Julius Randle, he played great, almost 25 points and 11 rebounds. Like, if he can back to his old form, the Knicks are set for this season. They are a top 5 NBA team in the Eastern Conference, and yeah, I just see that no team can really stop them. They're as good as any of those top teams in the East, destroying the Detroit Pistons today. I mean, the Pistons, their young guys played well too. Sadiq Bey, 26, Cade, 20. So yeah, the Pistons, they did have a pretty good game against the Knicks. But yeah, Emmanuel quickly, 20 points off the bench. I've been saying that he needs to start this season, and I know that the Knicks, they have a pretty good starting five as it is right now. But I think that he can get that starting role over Evan Fournier. I know that Fournier is a shooting guard and Emmanuel's a point guard. And Jalen Brunson's obviously a point guard. They can't have Quickly starting over Brunson, but if they can have Quickly and Brunson starting at the same time, I feel like that's going to be one of the best backcourts in the NBA. I think that young core is going to have a lot of success for now and for the future. Cam Reddish didn't have a great game yesterday, but he did have a great game against the Memphis Grizzlies. Against the Grizzlies, he was obviously coming off the bench and he scored 22 points. So yeah, he's been very impressive as well. So what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. For today's video, we're going to be talking about the New York Knicks and why they have really impressed me so far in these first two games and why I see a lot of success going their way. So if you're new to the channel, hit that like button and subscribe, please, for more Knicks and NBA content. And let's get straight to it. So yeah, as I said, the Knicks, their first two games, they're 1-1, and they have played really well in both those games. Next game is against the Orlando Magic on Monday, so they do get a break, and that's gonna be a home game. I think we're gonna get this dub. The Magic, they're a good young team, but I do feel like the Knicks are obviously a lot better right now. And I see a pretty big game from Emmanuel Quickly once again. I think that he's going to really start to try and earn that starting role. And Obitoppin off the bench as well in that last game played really, really well. 21 minutes and 16 points. I think that he needs to play a lot more than 21 minutes. I think that's not fair. The Knicks, they have played a pretty deep rotation as it is so far. Their starters only have been playing for all their starters have played for less than 30 minutes. So they are running with a pretty deep lineup so far. But I don't think that Isaiah Hartenstein should get more minutes than Obi Toppin. You know what I mean? I think that Obi should get as much minutes as a starter, even if he's coming off the bench. I mean, Obi, he's a young player going into his third season. He showed flashes that he can be a great NBA player. Last season, he scored 42 points in an NBA game. Obviously, he's a very flashy dunker, but I think that he's more than that. I think he can be a great player off the bench, even a starter one day for the Knicks. I think that he can be a quality player. He's obviously a power forward. He needs to work on that defensive side, but his build is great for offense. He's a great offensive player. I mean, he can shoot, he can dribble, he can catch lobs. He can pretty much do anything that you would want out of that power forward position, besides maybe play a little better defense there. And Mitchell Robinson has actually been playing pretty well. 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist in 23 minutes in the last game against the Detroit Pistons. And then against the Memphis Grizzlies, he got 4 points. So obviously that wasn't as good. He hasn't had a bad season so far at all. I think that he's definitely going to start to pick it up a bit more. I think that Emmanuel Quickly will definitely throw lobs to him. I think Jalen Brunson will. Brunson, he's been playing well as well. I think that he is obviously going to be playing like I mean, it's tough. I don't even think he's the best player on this team right now. I think that Julius is. I think that Julius is definitely the best player on this team, and he just needs to go back to his old form from 2 years ago. Obviously, they have RjBarrett, who has been playing very well as well. 20 points against the Detroit Pistons, and then against the Memphis Grizzlies, he was also great, scoring 11 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. So he can play good defense as well. He can even play make. He can throw lobs. He can pass. He's a great player to have on their team. He's been in the league for a bit now. Breakout as that is, I think that he can definitely have a breakout season. I do not think it's too late. You definitely cannot call him a bust. I'd rather have him than a lot of the younger players in the NBA right now. And I just think that the NBA is not ready to watch him and the rest of this Knicks team become a top 5 team in the NBA. And that's all I have to talk about in today's video. If you enjoyed, hit that like button and subscribe for more Knicks and NBA content. And I'm out of here. Peace.